Welcome to the Nelly Fizzle Show. Nestle Sultan is starting a workout with a 3-minute skip. Intuitively went into my warm-up. Just did what I thought would be best. Just kind of felt it out. I know that I need to work on my push-ups. I was doing lots of push-ups when lockdown started. I started focusing on my push-ups because, of course, we're doing home workouts. And I really started to enjoy it because push-ups were not a big focus of mine in the past. I would do them, but not too often because I was more interested in working with weights and heavier weights. And with my burpees, I would not include push-ups. They would just be planks, or I would just do the full body drop. And I got into Animal Flow, I think it was in 2018 or 2017 even. I've never made it a huge part of my workouts, but I've always incorporated it. It's very good for mobility. And, it depends. What do you gravitate towards? I like feeling mobile. I like feeling functional. And my flexibility has always been something very important to me since a young age. So I am always keen to work on that. The goal is basically I would like to stay this mobile until the oldest possible age I will reach, which is whatever is destined for me. But I feel like if I stay out of trouble long enough, then maybe I can get there. The way you ask, I have no clue, but somewhere nice would be great. And this is my meditation. This is my form of prayer. Although I do both of those things outside of exercise, I do incorporate it into my exercise regime as well. Incorporating spiritual practice into everything that you do is never a bad thing, and that can go for whatever you believe in. So it doesn't have to be the same as me or anybody else. So as you can see, I'm doing a lot of stretching here, but I did run to the gym when the gym is really close to my house. And I did skip. I think I did 3-minute skipping before I started this. And then I slowly got into, the stretching. I push it a little bit more. I skip in between each of these. I skip in between like 2 to 5, maybe even 10 minutes of exercise, and then I skip again, and then I go back into these. And as you can see, my back is feeling great. Alhamdulillah, the back is feeling great. I am a lot more mobile without pain, and it really goes to show that you can overcome anything, any injury. Well, a lot of injuries. Mine wasn't so bad, especially I think since, it happened because of just, sitting for a long time in the car. And when I went into that stretch, when I was training my client, that's when it happened. And I have been dutiful at looking after it. And I can definitely say it's basically non-existent. I have a very good relationship with my body. I've always respected it, respected what it wants, what it needs. I don't always listen to it because I'm only human, and I also let my ego get involved. I'm extremely competitive, even though I don't make it obvious to everybody. And so that can get into the way of things often. I'd like to be the best at what I do. So, but at the same time, God, the universe speaks, knows better, and we should quiet our egos in those circumstances, not always, but in those circumstances, and listen, because we don't know better. We only know so much. And so that is one of the biggest lessons that has come out of my career. You don't know everything. You really don't know everything. And the less you think you know, the better you become. I'm really grateful for the lessons, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Going back to the injuries, I've never really had any serious injuries except my ligaments torn in my ankles. That happened very, very long time ago. I think I was about 19. After that was just like a car accident, hurt my neck, and then I hurt my knees in the accident as well, but just something small like hip flexes. Okay, my camera dropped there when I did that when I did that jump. Didn't know I could cause earthquakes, but unfortunately those things happen in Turkey. They're not going to happen anytime soon though, but I can create mini earthquakes, so now you guys know. Maybe I should get a nickname, the Earthquake Maker. Wow. That sounds terrible, hey? Okay, so as you can see, in that position, my back was very comfortable. But you have to warm up before you get to that point where you can move into that. I don't suggest just going straight into that unless you are really experienced and extremely flexible. So these things are really up to your experience, your life experience in doing them, and of course how warm you are, and other factors such as nutrition. If you don't have the correct balance of minerals or electrolytes, however you want to look at it, then your body won't be very happy in those positions. If you don't have enough fat in your diet to lubricate everything, if you don't have enough water, these sorts of things, if you're not eating enough protein, I mean, that's a killer right there. Something I had to learn the hard way. So please make sure you're doing that. And as you can see, it's a bit hard on the floor, but we don't really care, We don't even seem to care about our white shoes, which are so beautiful. I wonder how long they'll last. I don't mean white because we can always wash them. I don't know why I always refer to myself and others in the we. I guess it's like this polite way of speaking, which I seem to gravitate towards because I went to a good school. Okay, so what is Nelly Fizzle doing now? Oof. Okay, here we go. And the knee dropped. It's okay. It's got minimal cushioning underneath, but it doesn't need much more than that. This is the first set. A little bit sloppy, but it's fine. We are focusing on holds and control because I really like being able to control in general. Self-control is everything. Self-mastery is the goal of life, I don't I don't gravitate towards people who do not practice self-mastery. I think it's an important aspect of why we are here. There are not many reasons for why we are here. Well, that's my belief. I think we are here to just be, but mastering yourself is the greatest gift. And why would you not do it? Why would you want to have an easy, mediocre life? Easy life is comfortable, I get it. But I was born into discomfort. So I do understand when it's easier for me to be like, oh, my life was uncomfortable and I always had to try harder because of the way I was born. So that came into my favor. Not everybody was thrown into things like that, so they maybe would gravitate towards comfort, because any form of slight discomfort would be really hard for them, and that's a pity. But I would suggest throwing yourself into uncomfortable situations as often as possible, whether it's waking up early and forcing yourself to do some things. Like at the moment, when I wake up, it's really hard for me, and I try to sit up. If I don't have to wake up as early, which I wake up earlier than I should, and then I sit up and I do my meditation, and it's at least 35 minutes minimum. I do my affirmations. I pray. So I try to make sure I fit all those things in. So that's an option for you. Cold showers is also an option for you. So I'm sitting and meditating here, that you saw. And now I'm thanking God for the strength and the health. And now I'm stretching out my neck. And there's something really nice about putting your head on the ground and pushing it down. And yeah, so let's all not shy away from doing the difficult things in life. Life is not made to be easy, as you can see around you. And the sooner you come to terms with that, the better your life will be. And the less painful things will pain you. You'll brush them off a lot easier. So, here's to brushing off things. Here's to being okay with looking stupid. Here's to being okay with doing things wrong. Just burying the ego sometimes. You don't need to bury your ego all the time, but you do need to do it where you see that you constantly allow it to take control over you. Otherwise you flip around like I did now, and you actually just end up falling on your face because you don't learn anything. And the back is complying, and there goes the modesty. I need new clothes, but clothes are not a priority right now. Honestly, I don't like spending so much money on clothes and stuff. I just need it because of training, and my washing machine is so shit and just flowing. I did about 5 minutes of that non-stop, and then I did 3 sets of these deadlifts. I'm using about 25 kgs there. Yeah, that's it really. That's basically the workout. I didn't show you everything, of course, but lots of well, some foam rolling in between. And thanks for joining me.